the opposite sides are parallel and they are also equal. Right? This angle is 45, that's also 45, that's 45, 45, right? And then obviously the opposite sides are equal, or rather the four sides are equal. Okay, and each interior angle is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so ABCD is a square and AEB is 45. So we have got AEB is 45. So this angle here, that angle there, so it's 55 rather. It's 55 degrees. That angle is 55. So it says calculate F1. Right? So F1 is this angle here. That's F1. Okay? We've got F1 here. Now to calculate F1, if this is F1 here, and we are given that angle there, obviously we know that A1 is going to be 45. But how do you write that? Okay? So my suggestion, first thing is to show that A1 is 45. Okay? So to do that, we start by saying A1 is equal to A2. They are both equal to 45 degrees. The reason here, you say that of a square, okay, bisects opposite angles. You write it like this. Okay? That the diagonals of a square, they bisect their opposite angles. And we know that each interior angle is equal to 90. Therefore, A1 will be 45, A2 is going to be 45 degrees. Then the next thing, we identify a triangle so that we can calculate F1. Okay? So the triangle is going to be AEF. In triangle AEF, if I add A1 plus AEB. Now AEB is the same as E1 plus F1. I'll get 180 degrees. Okay, so that will be 180. So that will be sum of angles in a triangle. Right? So what is A1? Now A1 is 45 degrees, and then E1 is equal to AEB, which is 55 degrees. And we want to calculate F1. Okay? So 45 plus 55, that will give us 100 degrees. So what this means is that F1 will be equal to 80 degrees. That's what it is. Okay? All right? Any questions? Is there anybody else got a question? Any question? Okay, yes? No, with my pen, what happened is that the tip of my pen fell down. So I had to put it back. That's why it's like this. There's geometry and the new topic, which is trigonometry. But it's most likely that it might be mostly the geometry. Right, any question? Any question? Okay. Go to the question, then allow me to carry on. Right then. Now we've got this question now. Right? So it says in PAM PQRS NR bisects SRQ. Okay? So we have got this line NR bisects SRQ, which means these two angles are going to be equal. That's what it means by bisect. Then NS bisect PSR, that's why we've got a B and a B here. Here we've got A and an A. And then it says SN is parallel to RT and NR is parallel to ST. Okay, you can see that there. Then the question says, prove that STRN is a rectangle. So allow me just to highlight the quadrilateral that we are supposed to prove that it's a rectangle. So this is the quadrilateral that we need to prove that it's a rectangle, right? But the first thing, remember I told you earlier that if you want to prove that a quadrilateral is a rectangle, first you might need to prove that it's a palm. Okay, if it's a palm, then you must then prove that each interior angle, or at least one angle, is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, because if it's a palm, it means the opposite angles are what? Are equal. So if you prove one angle being 90, it means the opposite is also what? 90. Then if you use co-interior angles, the other third angle will be 90, and means the fourth one will also be 90. Alright? Then you might also need to prove that it's a palm and the diagonals are equal in length and they bisect. Right? Now, if you look at this question here, right, we are only given one diagonal for STRN, which means we cannot prove that the diagonals are equal in length and they also bisect. Right? Which means the only way is for us to prove first that it's a palm, then we need to figure out how to prove that one of its interior angles is equal to 90 degrees. Right? So let's start with it being a palm. So first thing, if you look at the diagram there, in fact it's actually given here, SN is parallel to RT. This is given. Okay? Also, we have got NR. NR is parallel to ST. Again, this is also what? Given. Right? Now, do you see that we have got two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel? Do you see that? Which means, based on the fact that we have got two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel, we can say, therefore, STRN is a palm. Then our reason will be opposite sides of quad are what? Are parallel. Please, you can't say opposite sides of a palm. It's opposite sides of a quad are parallel. That's why we are saying it's a what? It's a palm. Please take note of this. I didn't write opposite sides of the palm. I said opposite sides of the palm. All right. Just to remind you, I hope that all of you are getting familiar with the reasons. You're getting familiar with the reasons. I gave you a copy last time. So if you go to number 3 under quadrilaterals, can you all go there, please? Go to your acceptable reasons. Number 3 under quadrilaterals. It says, if the opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel, then the quadrilateral is a palm. Okay? And the shortcut in terms of reason says opposite sides of quad are parallel. Okay, so that's the one which I have used there. So all of you need to be familiar with your reasons. Okay, if you write an inappropriate reasons, I'm going to indicate where did you get this, because you didn't get it from me, because I referred you to the acceptable reason. I gave you a copy. You need to memorize that. Right? Then, now that we have proved that our quadrilateral is a palm, the next thing now is to prove that either N2 is 90 or NRT is 90 or angle T is 90 or angle TSN is 90. Any one of those four. Okay? Any one of those four. So, I am just going to use the fact that we are already given PQRS. It's a palm. Okay? PQRS is a what? Is a palm. So, if I add this angle here and that angle, I'll get what? 180. Okay? So let's do that. Okay? Let's do that. So, also, I'm sure you can agree with me that if I don't want to do it that way, you see this angle here, that angle, I need to calculate that angle. Okay, N2. But just allow me to just add some information on the diagram. Like, because SR is parallel to PQ, it means this angle is also equal to B, right? And this angle here is equal to what? To A. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes, they are alternate. They are alternate angles. Okay? So first thing, I'm going to say angle PSR plus, okay, in this case I'll say PSR plus SRQ is equal to what? 180. So I'll say PSR plus SRQ is equal to 180 degrees. My reason for interior angle. Then my two lines that are parallel will be what? Which two lines are parallel if I wrote this statement? Okay, PS is parallel to QR. Okay, then PSR is equal to B plus B, which is 2B. And SRQ is equal to A plus A, which is 2A. Okay? Then I'm going to use my knowledge of factorization. If I factor out 2 here, I'll get 2 times B plus A is equal to 180. Okay? Then if I divide both sides by 2, I'll end up getting A plus B is equal to 90 degrees. Do you see that? If you have got 2 times B plus A, 2 times B plus A is equal to 180 degrees, right? Do you agree with me that if I divide both sides by 2, like this, I'll end up getting, okay, allow me to write this as A plus B, is the same thing. A plus B will be equal to what? 90. Do you see that? Okay, I'm not done. Okay, what's the objective? The objective is for me to prove that quadrilateral STRN has got at least one interior angle, which is equal to 90 degrees. So I found the sum of A A plus B is 90. Okay, so I'm going to use triangle SNR to calculate N2. And my N2 must be 90 degrees. Okay, so I'll say in triangle SRN. Please, this is not the only way. Okay, I'll show you another way. So I'll say in triangle SRN. Okay, in triangle SRN. Angle, okay, B plus A, I'll say A plus B plus N2, A plus B plus N2 is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, and remember our reason here is going to be sum of angles in a triangle. So my pen is giving me some challenges. Sum of angles in a triangle. Now, what is A plus B? It's equal to what? 90. So it means I can replace the A plus B by 90 degrees. Okay? Which means my N2 is going to be equal to 90 degrees. You're following that? Now, I don't need to stress myself trying to find all the angles and proving that they're equal to 90 degrees. As long as I prove that one is 90 and also the quadrilateral is a palm, I'm done. So now I can say therefore, STRN, okay, is a rectangle, okay? I can write here, it's a rectangle. Or I can say it's a palm as well. It's a palm, then I'll give my reason as each interior angle equal to what? 90 degrees. So I can say here, ST is a rectangle. Why? Because two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Two pairs of opposite sides are parallel and at least one interior angle is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So why am I saying the quadrilateral is a rectangle? Because two pairs of opposite sides are parallel, or even here, you can put even palm here. If you put it a palm here, then in brackets, you indicate that there's got an interior angle, which is equal to 90 degrees. Because a rectangle is a palm. Be aware of that. A rectangle is a palm. But how do you distinguish from a normal palm? It has got an interior angle, which is equal to 90 degrees. All right. Any question? All right. So I'm going to give you a class exercise. Okay.